Good evening everyone and welcome to Admiral Markets webinar. Today is 27th of April 2016. My name is Nenad and today I will show you a system that I have created and I think that you might enjoy it. So this is my creation. It is not, you cannot find it anywhere on the internet, and I use this opportunity to exclusively present you. So we won't be talking a lot about theory because this is what you need to know, the rules, the moving averages, Gann high low, other indicators, and the time frame that you will trade the system. I'm very good. Thank you for your questions, and I hope that you are too. So as always, before we begin, our standard risk disclaimer. Risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. Admiral Markets will take no responsibility for information accuracy. This is solely my opinion, and it doesn't represent the actual suggestion for a trade. So this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Also, guys, you can have a bonus up to 50% deposit if you open a new account with Admiral Markets. You can also do that by using our referral link where you can earn credits and earn systems that Chris and I have created. Admiral Markets Supreme Edition is an excellent add-on tool that you can use with your trading. You can download it in your trader's room. Don't forget that you can also trade via web trader at this address, and Admiral Markets officially is the best MT4 broker. Well, no, Kuram, if you place $200, you cannot get 100% of deposit. The thing is, you can calculate how big your deposit will be. So how you do it is actually you go to Admiral Markets website like this. Okay, here. And you can, when you go to Admiral Markets website, there will be a calculator. So guys, I think this might be the last day for a deposit bonus, and if you haven't earned it yet, go and earn it. So today we will be talking about a Gann high-low system. Okay, I will first tell you what Gann high-low is, then we will talk about system, and then we will proceed on to live charting. So we won't be, as I said, we won't be making any theory craft. I will be cutting to the chase, and basically I will give you the best information about a system, how you trade it, and so on. So what is Gann high-low? So basically it's an indicator, and the name Gann high-low was basically derived because there was a system that used Gann square lines, Gann trend lines, Gann numbers, and then there was an indicator that was called Gann high-low. I'm not sure in what year it was created, but as far as I remember, I personally know this indicator, I think from 2008. So I guess that it might be that the indicator itself was created even before that time. But okay, but forget about a fancy name. Gann high-low is SMA of the previous 3 periods highs or lows. And usually the standard indicator that was used with Gann system was named Gann high-low, and it was placed with a period of 10. So the default period of Gann high-low is 10. Okay, so that is a simple moving average of the previous 3 periods high or lows. It also determines trend direction because when price is above Gann high-low indicator, we say that the price is bullish, and when price is below Gann high-low indicator, we say that the price is bearish. Also, Gann high-low is capable of generating entry signals. So we basically use Gann high-low in this system. We use it to generate entry signals. longs are generated when price is above the indicator and shorts are generated when price is below the indicator. The important thing is this is not a standalone indicator, and because of that you need to use it with other filters such as MACD, RSI, whatever you think. Of course, for this system I use MACD, and I will be presenting you that later. So these are the indicators that we use for this system. So simply said, we have EMA 60, that is red. We also have EMA 34, that is blue. This thick blue line is actually Gann Hi low set at 10 period, default period. And we have MACD 2-line indicator with 34, 89, 34 settings. Okay, so this is MACD 2-line, this is EMA 60, EMA 34, and Gann Hi low indicator. Of course, the optional indicator is daily pivot point, and for this system I've used my personal indicator, daily pivot point indicator, that is contained within pivot 2 indicator. You know, you have Camarilla, you have standard pivot points, so you can use that too. Now let me explain these indicators. EMA 60, so as you know, I'm very fond of EMA because we will be trading this system on 15-minute time frame, so don't ask me if it can be traded on 5 or 1 hour or 5 minutes or I don't know 4 hours. I don't know because I have tested it on 15-minute time frame, so it's suitable on 15-minute time frame. If you want to test it on other time frames, feel free to do it. At this time I know that it works good on 15-minute time frame, so I didn't have enough time to test it on other time frames. But the thing is, this 15-minute time frame is actually an intraday time frame. So for intraday traders, this can be a good option. Now, as you probably know, as I told you, I am a very big fan of EMAs. Now, EMA 60 in this case is actually a longer EMA. That signals a longer time frame trend. So we will be trying to use a form, just a form of multiple time frame analysis in this system. So it's not like that you will be scanning through different time frames. It's basically these indicators should pinpoint the trend for you. EMA 60, as I said, is a longer EMA. Why EMA and not, let's say, SMA or some other EMA? Because EMA is actually smoothed moving average. It's not a smoothing moving average literally, but EMA is a lot smoother than it is a simple moving average. Because of that, we need to align both short time frame trend and longer time frame trend. In this case, EMA 60 is long time frame trend, EMA 34 is actually a shorter time frame trend. So if you see that red is above blue EMA, we assume that the trend is to the short side. Conversely, if we see that blue is above red, we think and we assume that it's a long trend. So these EMAs will signal higher time frames direction, and you actually cherry pick your entries at 15-minute time frame. MACD is actually exponentialized here. So we use 3489 34 MACD. It's a form of exponential MACD. So why didn't I put 12 26 9 settings? Simply because you need to work this from a higher time frame MACD perspective. Originally, MACD is placed as 12 26 9, but when you do an exponential calculation, you will get 34 89 34. So it will signal a longer time frame MACD on a shortened time frame trend, shorter time frame chart such as 15 minute time frame. And actually here you can see how it is signaled. So this is additional filter that needs to be applied in order for this system to be successful. So the system will use an optional indicator, and it should be a pivot point indicator. Now, I'm not necessarily referring to my pivot point indicator, but of course, you can, if you're interested in this system, you can just send me an email after the webinar, and I will send you the system. If I don't do it immediately, I will send you later during the evening or tomorrow. So you will have all included, both the template, both the indicators, and of course, an optional pivot point indicator. For this system, we need daily pivot point. Why daily? Because we trade this system on 15-minute time frame. If there was a system that we would be using it on, let's say, 1 hour, 4-hour time frame, then instead of daily pivot points, we would be using, let's say, weekly pivot points, probably. So because of this, because of 15-minute time frame, we use daily pivot points. So as I said, the time frame for this system is 15 minutes. So if you feel that you can actually experiment through these time frames, you can do it. But originally, I tended to be on 15-minute time frame. EMAs show the trend, and a MACD shows momentum. So here we have trend, here we also have trend, but we also have a momentum. The momentum will be signalized by these two lines. So that is why we cannot use it on standard MACD indicator, because we need both lines to be present. So this is MACD 2-line indicator. Okay, these are the rules. For long trades, blue EMA should be above red EMA. Okay? Price must break Gann Hi low from below, and MACD lines should be above 0. For short trades, red EMA should be above blue EMA. Price must break Gann Hi low from above. MACD lines should be below 0. Of course, we will see this on live chart, but let me just ask you a simple question. If everything is clear so far, we can proceed. So guys, is everything clear? Because if anything is not clear, now is the time for you to ask me. Okay, so if okay, clear, Wallace is saying clear, Doug is saying clear, so I assume that everything is clear. So yes, once more guys, you can snapshot this chart. I will give you a few seconds if you want to snapshot. This is how your chart should look like. And of course, if you don't have all of these indicators by yourself, just send me an email and I will send you this in a package. It's free, of course, and because I have all the indicators, so I'm not sure that you have it all, but if you don't have it, no problem. Yeah, Kurami say, please repeat long and short direction. Yes, I will. Okay, I'll do it here. You can also snapshot this chart because this is a quick cheat sheet. So blue EMA should be above red EMA. Price must break Gann Hi low from below, and MACD line should be above 0. Red EMA should be above blue EMA for short trades. Price must break Gann Hi low from above, so you don't trade this if the price goes like this. And MACD lines should be below 0 point. So now I will go. I will switch to live chart with additional rules. So guys, this is how system looks like. So as you can see, this is the template. So first of all, you need to actually do a quick market analysis. If you see that there is a trend and the market is moving, that will be the time when you will make good pips with this strategy. If you see that market is ranging as it has been ranging today, well, maybe it's not a good time to trade because you might be trapped in a range. So you don't want to be trapped in a range. You actually want to use momentum. So look at, for example, when you have a strong trend, this is how it looks like. Okay. So here first we had a long entry. It was pretty much very short-lived, this trend, but the entry itself was good for 50 pips, potential pips. So here, it doesn't matter. Please pay attention to this MACD. It doesn't matter that MACD is red here. You don't look at these histograms here. You watch these two lines. For uptrend, we said that MACD, both lines should be above zero. Okay, so this is it. MACD lines above zero, like this. So blue above red, these two lines are above red, and this is your entry. So the price should be below Gann high and low, and if you want to make an entry, it should break from below above this Gann high low indicator, and it should proceed in your direction. Don't let this confuse you, because if you see this and if you see that the trend is still to the upside, this means that this is a retracement in uptrend. You remember our price action trading school where I said, I was talking about a MACD indicator, and I said this is trend and this can be a retracement in trend. So when you see this, treat it as retracement. Well guys, now this is where real trend kicks in. So this is when real trend kicks in. Both lines below zero line, it means that there is a trend and momentum at the same time. Red above blue. So here, this is your entry. This is your first entry here. There was a drawdown, then price went down. So this was your first entry. This was your second entry. How you decide about entry points? First of all, price needs to retrace towards these EMAs, or at least very, very close to these EMAs. So this is the first condition for a trade. We are talking now about short trades. So price needs to retrace towards these EMAs. Once it retraces, you need to wait for price to break from above below Gann high low indicator. So this is your first entry, this is your second entry, this is your third entry. Before you make an entry, you need to be sure that the price is at the opposite side of the trade you want to take. Like in this example, this was an opposite side, and here it's a signal. Blue above red, price broke through this line, both lines below zero line, and look at the potential profit. Here you could have opted for a second entry, but as I say, it's much better when you see that the price is actually going through these EMAs. Now here, guys, obviously we have a sort of congestion. When you see this, as I said, like in this example, you could trade this, but you need to be careful because this loss of momentum can reverse the trend. That actually happened here. You could have made some profits with short trades, like 10 pips of profit, another 10 probably. But you see, blue line and red lines are below zero line, but both of them are trying to break to, above MACD. It's blue and blue is above red and it's going up. See? So be careful about short trades. Yes, you could have made some pips with short trades, but you need to be very careful because probably when you see this trend should change from red to blue. And it actually happened here. good entry, another good entry here. But you see, this didn't proceed it to go down. Actually, this is where, again, it crossed up. So if you watch this point here, this section here, and actually the signal to go long, see, this didn't proceed to go down. It actually almost instantly turned. So this was another good trade. And this one again. So when you see these short terms of these red bars, you know that that is actually retracement. But when you see a long streak of these red bars, that could be a change in a trend. Although this could be good entry here, a good entry. Also here it could have been a good entry. But you see, it's being too long. And here we had actually a change of trend. This is news spike, so you don't trade this after the news, just after the news or below news. You should trade this only if you don't see any strong news happening in next 2 or 3 hours. Here you see another trend. This was a short momentum streak and it went down again. Now here, guys, this is where it gets actually interesting. See here, it started to go up, 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 and here at this place it actually crossed. So you now might consider long entries. When you see blue line crossing blue zero line from above, you can start thinking about long entries like here. Okay, here is your long entry. You don't need to wait for the red line because this is momentum line. It will cross first and usually red will follow. So this is your earliest signal that the trend is about to change. Blue from below, thrusting from below. See here, thrusting from below. And the trend changed again. See? See here. So you can also find a short entry example here. This was an early cue here that the trend is going to change, and it changed here. See, it changed. So if you see, I always prefer a retracement over this region. So if you have taken a trade here, 12 pips, this was probably then 16 pips. This was probably market waiting for the news that actually happened. And here it proceeded in predetermined trend direction. Here, see here, a very good entry here. And the best entries are always when you align it with MACD, like in this example. Here, and this is the best. You just ride the momentum. You can also add fractals. I add fractals for stop loss placement. Now about targets and profits. Targets should be, as I said, your pivot points. Here we have actually installed a pivot point indicator. You can receive it. You can receive this in the package that I will send you. And actually you can see how actually Euro respected a long trend today. See 30 good pips here. 30 good pips. Here. And potentially long entry here, but now the price is waiting for FOMC, so there is no much movement. I advise you to trade major pairs with this strategy. So stick to majors. So euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swissy, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, euro yen also you can trade it. Stick to these pairs. Let's use, let's say here, you can see 15-minute potential long entries. When you see that the price is ranging, so you take the profit and you don't chase it. Like this, here you could have made like 18 pips of profit. But you see price has started to range here. So you actually wait for a trend. This is the first leg of the trend, and here is your entry. See, so when you see a big trend and there is also a momentum in the market, that is a good time for you to actually start thinking about placing some good trades. Because the system best works in trending environment. Here, potential 25 pips. Now, as I said, targets are levels of support resistance, but sometimes those targets will not be hit just because market needs to retrace or it's waiting for something, and the target can be a few pips shy. If you notice that, then actually use these fractals like this. So you see here, we had an entry here, and the price didn't touch R1, but it actually came very close to the fractal. As soon as you see that the price is actually trying to retrace instead of going up, take the profits. Here you see there was a good short entry here and potentially 46 pips. See? Let's find the pound dollar. See, when market is trading, you will have a lot of opportunities. Here, long entry, another long entry, another long entry here, another here. So there will be opportunities, multiple opportunities, guys, for you to trade during the day. But I advise you not to rush in the trades. Mario is asking, can I have this one? Yes, Mario, just send me an email and I will send you this. No problem. I will send you this template with indicators. So guys, I know there will be multiple entries during the day, but try to stay focused. If you win, don't let the profit get back to market. Take your profit and leave it for the day, because you should be able to trade it next day or the day after. There will be opportunities, but don't take every signal, because sometimes you will see a signal very close to resistance like this. If we see that the price is moving, look how many opportunities, guys. One opportunity, two opportunities, three opportunities, and look where the price went. So a lot of pips has been made. Is there another chance for long entries? Yes, but probably after deeper retracement, although this one was good, 40 pips. But you see here, the price cannot break through this resistance and it starts to drop. So that's why I'm saying don't always rush for the trades. Be patient, patiently wait for a setup and let the market come to you. I will use one more example, then you can, of course, ask if anything is not clear. Guys, this is the system. As I said, I will be very clear with you with the rules. I don't want to be boring with explaining the theory craft behind this. So this is the system. Just send me an email, you will get it, and if anything is not clear, ask me. For example, if you know that dollar CAD is in downtrend, just also follow my analysis, because you probably saw my tweet today how I made 101% of profit on my account, because guys, I also trade Camarilla MACD. EQ pivot points is excellent, give me the entries, but I also do the analysis by Camarilla MACD. And if I see that dollar CAD is short, I will take those short trades, guys. And you know that dollar CAD is short. Let's say you read my analysis or other analysis and you know that dollar CAD is to the short side. So try to take these entries. See, there will be a lot of multiple entries within the market when you try to grab it. A lot of, but don't take every single entry, guys, because you cannot grab every entry. You need to be realistic. Try to be profitable. 2-3 trades profitable is enough. Okay, see here, a lot of here also. Okay, So sometimes when you see a this MACD is a bit, you see, it's a bit short, you know that this is retracement and you can try to take the entries. But if you see that actually it's going in the opposite direction for a long way, like this, start to think about that the trend might change. And this, you see, simply it continues to go up. There is no crisscross like this. Simply it continues to go up without any harm. Here you see there was a cross, but here it just goes and goes. So this can be a good filter for you to actually differentiate between good and bad signals. Okay? So guys, this is it. What I also do, yeah, one more trick. I count this, you see? Like this. I count these bars and I say the last one was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, let's say 28 bars. And if I see that the next here, next string of these counter trend candles is more than 28 bars, I think that the trend is going to change. So it's like this. So let's count this. One, okay, I will go like this. First you need to spot the range. And the range started from this spot towards this spot here because it couldn't break it to the downside. So count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 40. 40 bars. So count 40 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roughly. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 18, 19, 20. So here, guys, you see here, okay, if you add a line here roughly, just for explanation, just for the sake of this webinar, you know that if it proceeds to climb, this is a long, but it already signaled a long. But sometimes it can be like you have 4 or 5 bars like this, and 7, 6, and 8 proceeds, so you know that time is for you not to trade actually. That the trend is about to change, okay? So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If everything is clear, we actually can call it today because there is nothing else I can tell you about this. Doug is saying, very good presentation. Gann Hi Low is best used in a trend. Indeed, Doug. When price is ranging, do you use EMA 20 to signal price reversal and momentum surge? Doug, for this system, I used 60 and 34, but you can use EMA 20. You can try to use it. Why not? If you see that there is, because guys, this is my system, you know, and if you see that there is, and this is system for beginners also. This is not like AQ Pivot Point, Marionette, or Cameron MACD that is also for advanced traders. This is for beginners and traders who want to try something else. So guys, if you think that you can benefit from other indicators here, you can feel free to experiment, okay? So if you think that EMA 20 can be beneficial to this system, of course you can use it. But I solely created it for 15-minute time frame by using 34 and 60 and MACD settings. And finally, guys, this, as Doug confirmed, yes, this is the system that should be used in trending markets. And I will state this again, in trending markets. You don't use this in ranging markets because it will give you a lot of false signals. So first, determine the pair which trends the best and then trade the system. Okay, guys, I don't see any further questions. I don't see any questions. Just good comments. Very nice. Thanks. Very good. Thank you. Okay, guys. So feel free to email me. I will send you the system. Don't trade it today. Of course, try to demo trade it first, and be wary, there will be FOMC today. So don't trade during FOMC. Okay, guys. Cheers. I will be here with you soon. Cheers. Trade safe.